Hello, welcome to the first episode of Harpsichord Maintenance and You. What we have here is a Neupert Kleine harpsichord, bought used, hasn't been played in a while, with serial number 22177, made in Western Germany. And what I'm doing here is diagnosing a set of stuck keys. So, for instance, this A right here, if you notice, has a little bit of a stickiness to it that its neighbor doesn't quite have. Okay. And I've already removed the jacks to determine that it wasn't an issue with the jack itself. So by process of deduction, I'm bravely going into the keyboard itself. And to do that, I've taken off the faceplate, which is leaning against my wall, and this front thing, which I'm sure there's a word for. There used to be a piece of wood here, and there no longer is, which I've taken it out. It's a fairly straightforward device. Everything just kind of unscrews. And this is just quite different than, traditionally made harpsichords. There's a lot of clever German engineering in here with metal stuff, and yeah, should be fun. Okay, we've got lights now. So here's the view of the mechanism. So you can see it's a very basic mechanical mechanism. So the thing goes down, the jack goes up, and a string is plucked. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, that's kind of being guided. So it's that center metal thing that's sticking up at I think in terms of mechanics, one calls that the fulcrum. No, that would be for a pulley. Anyway, yes, this thing in the center which keeps it, which it's levering about, is guiding it, and so is this metal thing that pokes up into the key. And I've read in my harpsichord maintenance manual, which is a very general manual, that sometimes sources of stuckness comes when this thing that sticks in the key is a bit too snug. But what I've done is I've taken out two keys, one that works and one that doesn't, and I'm going to do some rudimentary comparisons and so forth, and thereby try to figure out what's going on here. So and then hopefully, this is really neat, they printed the number of each key on the bottom. We're not really printed, it's just sort of engraved in there. So if you're ever to take a bunch of these out and you jumble them up, or like the dog comes in and knocks your table over, then you can figure out what key goes where. It's really nice, really thoughtful by the manufacturer. So my first attempt at rectifying this by just being an idiot is putting the keys right back in there and hope that something got loosened up by doing that. It's exactly what I'm doing, which seems to be one thing, sort of a recommended thing. Like the guy in this book, which I'll maybe reference, for instance, says to grab the jacks, put them in and out, and you just try to kind of jigger it a little bit. Very technical. And as you can see, they really do come out really easily, so you just kind of slide them off there, and then you can slide them right back down like that, which I think is actually more painless than some other, like, more traditional harpsichords in terms of maintenance. So what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to replace the jacks. So as you can see, we have these metal jacks, and what I've done over here is lay them out in the order that I took them out of the instrument. So this guy with the felt, he goes on the top here with his buddies there, like so. Okay, and so he's gonna be right there, and then this little guy will go right there. Okay. And we'll put the neighboring offending. Now I did, none of this video, I did try, and you shouldn't do this in general because the jacks are generally, probably not in this instrument, but I guess they're customized for whatever their particular string and key to give a, that's how you, part of the regulation of a harpsichord, is the individual tender loving care of each jack. But so I did try swapping two adjacent ones just to sort of see if there was an issue with the jack, and then the same key was still stuck. So that was part of the deductive process. Okay. So now what we're going to do is give the jack something to bump up against, and then hence want to fall down more. So we're going to put this guy back in, which is really easy. So yeah, slides right in there, and it gets sealed with these little things there. Okay. And hey, how do you like that? I can trill now. Yeah, that's yeah, that's great. That's really, it makes me really happy, because if that didn't work, then my expertise would have been exhausted, and probably then this video would have ended really sadly. So I'm really happy that that worked right there. And you'd be surprised at how many pieces require this particular G. Sorry, I said it was an A first. Like the A was the neighbor that I took out. The G was actually stuck. So you'd be surprised at how many pieces use that, or you don't really realize until it gets stuck. All right. Great. Now I'm going to try the same method with this C sharp. You see, he's a little bit angry right there. So I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I will spare you the details since you've already seen the procedure for one key. Okay, we've had to escalate a little bit. As you can see, I yanked out the two neighboring keys of the stuck key just so I could see. Since it happens to be a sharp, I wanted to be able to see the what was happening better. So here's its neighbor, who is healthy, right? It's a really nice action, and then very sad, very sad. Yeah, just kind of gets stuck there. So I tried the jigger trick, didn't work. So now I have to think. So I don't know. The nearest I can tell, I think you can kind of hear the metal part. So this part slide into the crevice there a little bit more than you with this guy. So which leads me to think that there's some stuckness going on there. Maybe it's humidity changes. This is literally wood. Okay, this is a painted block of wood here, and then this is some kind of plastic layer coating the actual keys to give it that nice gloss. Okay, but underneath it, this is just wood. So variations in humidity and temperature and all that can cause these problems, and are supposedly the harpsichord owner's nemesis. Humidity changes and so forth, contracting wood and blah blah blah. So going to delve deeper. I don't see anything else in this mechanical system that could be causing this. So I mean, maybe unless the back is kind of rubbing against that back plane right there and it's kind of getting stuck. So I see, like, I guess when a lever is stuck like this, probably either the front is getting stuck or the back is getting stuck. So I'm going to figure that out. Okay, so we're in a little bit better shape here. Now what I did, so I think it was indeed that that point of contact here with this point of contact. So what I did, as you can see, the under, so here's the key, right? Okay, here's the slot that fits into, and as you can see, it's wooden slot coated in felt, and I guess the felt gives it a nice sort of smoothness, so it's not wood against metal. Probably also prevents wearing away the wood, I would imagine. So a variety of probably nice features there. Good engineering. So what I did, now this is a bit of a dilemma because it probably is kind of a pain to, the felt's glued on, so it'd be a bit of a pain to take it off and do some filing and put it back on. Wanted to avoid that. So what I did is I just sort of took it into its little home there, right, into its slot, and I just kind of vigorously, like you're brushing the harpsichord's teeth right there. Yeah, just kind of do that a little bit vigorously. Though, and then that seems to have improved matters quite a bit. So, So there, I'm going to put it all back together now, and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, and that worked. So I've now yet unlocked more possibilities of different scales, you know. Great. So that key was a little bit harder, but we had to but before escalating to the point of you know, getting a sandpaper out or glue, I always try the simpler things. Okay, so that'll wrap it up for this episode. I'm going to apply the same technique to fix this guy, which I'm anticipating won't prove more difficult than the other keys. And then on the next episode, I'm going to show you another thing that's happened here. So, as you can see, we're missing a little guide pin for this string here. Now every key has 2 strings in this particular instrument, and my tuner cleverly took his business card and folded it up to move the string enough to free the other string's action, so at least there's some sound. So which one is that? This guy right there. But as you can see, the sound is a bit different than the other ones. Actually, is that the right? Yeah, there we go. So basically, I think what I'm going to have to do is find a nail of some kind that looks like these guys, because I'm guessing the company, I mean, these just are like little nubs, you know, driven into the wood, so I don't know where to find those. So I think my plan is going to be to get a nail that's roughly the same size, and put it in there, and then the string around it. And yeah, that'll be on the next episode of Maintaining Your Harpsichord. Thank you very much.